We all live for the highs and lows of football. But what happens when you're out and about travelling and you can't access or watch your team's game? It's a big problem sometimes, but missing out is not an option. And that's where today's great sponsors, Proton VPN, step into play. It's like bringing the stadium, the famous Anfield atmosphere with you no matter where you are. And I tell you what, have I got a deal for you? With it being secure, with it being incredibly private, I'm giving you an exclusive link for 55% off a 2-year plan and 50% off a 1-year plan, so you never miss a moment of the action. Get involved with the link down below, and a massive shout out to Proton VPN. They'll look after you when you're out and about. Bosh. Right, people, welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Liverpool get the draw in the end, and it is a fair result, and I think a lot of people actually predicted a draw. And we got one in the end. So smash that like button. Big shout out to our sponsors today, Proton VPN. If you want to jump online in the most secure way, you've just seen the advert, so make sure you help us out. Hit that link in the description and sign up. Big up to Rika. We'll do a fan cam with you after. Instant match reaction is one of a little bit of frustration because of the fact that, you know, we saw, well, in the end, there wasn't actually that many injuries. Rumoured Saka was out, rumoured Timber was out. They both started, both didn't finish the game. But I kind of knew that Arteta was going to do that, if I'm honest with you. And in the end, you know, it's a fair result. But let's get stuck into the first 10 minutes. Do you know what I said earlier during this game? It's a good job we haven't conceded in the first 10 minutes, because we've done that the last 2 years we've been here. And then what happens? We concede instantly. I then said, oh, I'd love a little Van Dijk header from the corner. And then it happens instantly and we score. And at that point, at 1-1, it was a silly free kick to give away. And we know how good Arsenal are at set pieces. To give them an opportunity like that just before the first half's finished, it's just not good enough. And you know that Declan Rice can whip it in. You know that they do the formation where they line up in a 4 and then come in and intersect the gaps in the defensive line of a free kick, and that's just what they did. It was onside. There's no complaints about that from me. And yeah, we're going at half time 2-1 down. Now, again, such a deflating goal so close to half time. For me, it wasn't just the lack of chances for Liverpool, it was just a lack of urgentness. You know, to not sprint, to not press when the team is very weak, as we know, for Arsenal. There isn't really an excuse for that. And I saw Virgil a bit nonchalant a few times. I didn't see Núñez pressing in the right way in the first half. He was a little bit better in the second half and obviously got the assist. But Liverpool, I mean, Liverpool lucky to get the draw. I'm going over to AFTV in a bit. That's probably what they'll tell me. I think in the end the draw was the fair result, but at the same time I didn't really get out my seat for Liverpool today, just because they didn't really give us any reasons to. But again, come in here, if you said 2-2 and a scrappy performance, there's a lot of balls that were bouncing, we needed to play on the floor a lot more. But when Trent did lift his head up, because he didn't have a great game tonight, Trent, when he did lift his head up, he finds that ball into Darwin Núñez. And obviously he's up against Kirill, cuts inside, and Mo Salah scores a really great goal. Level on goals with Jermaine Defoe now. But Liverpool just didn't really offer anything for me to really and truly get excited about. Don't get me wrong, elite game of football to watch for the neutral and for the people that, you know, either wanted an Arsenal loss or a Liverpool loss. It's a great game of football between two sides that are big title challengers. But at the same time, I expected a little bit more from Luis Diaz against Thomas Partey. I expected something else from Darwin Núñez. And Mo Salah got his goal, so what else can you say about that? He gets his goal with not a great performance once again. But the midfield, McAllister gets booked early, has to come off. Curtis Jones didn't really live up to the bill tonight, if I'm honest, considering the hype after the Chelsea game. Szoboszlai made a good effort when he came on, I'll be honest. And then Ryan Gravenberch was okay. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. The defence, Robertson, I think we have to talk about Robertson getting skinned up a few times in the first half, which wasn't nice to see. Saka, that's an occupational hazard of a fullback. Has someone taking a picture of me over there? Big up. That's the occupational hazard of being a fullback. You are going to get skinned at times, and boy did he get skinned. I was actually thinking to bring on Joe Gomez before Tsimikas, and the subs worked well for Liverpool in the 63rd minute, changed the game, gave us a bit more energy and directness with Gakpo and Tsimikas. But at the end of the night, we come away with 1 point, the same as Arsenal. So are you happy with that in the chat right now? Is there any reason to be... I don't know why, I just do feel a bit deflated and rejected after that, just because I didn't see enough from us to go out really and win it. I don't think we were brave enough. I don't think Liverpool were brave enough today. which is a shame. But again, massive period this in terms of really tough fixtures. So we'll go next away to Brighton in the Cup on Wednesday, and then it's Brighton at home on Saturday. You get back to winning ways and keep the title charge going. But in the end, if you look at the balance of the game, they had a lot of injuries. We didn't have many chances. Thomas Partey is probably the man of the match for locking up Luis Diaz, which he did. And in the end, it's a handshake. It's a fair result. It's 2-2. So let me know what your thoughts are. They're my thoughts from outside the Emirates. Let's go and see what the AFTV lot are saying, eh?